This is the best AI for learning Spanish I have ever tried. And I've tried a lot of them. I won't keep in suspense which one I'm talking about. This is the one from Langua, and it's pretty impressive.
Hola, ¿qué tal estás? ¿De qué te gustaría platicar hoy?
It fixes a lot of the problems I've seen with other language learning AIs. So just so you know up front, this is not a sponsored video. I haven't been paid to endorse this product. However, I do have an affiliate link to it in the description section and also pinned to the top of the comments, along with a discount code of 25% off annual plans. I mean, why not, right? Gotta save money where you can. I set those both up after reviewing this product because I like it that much, and I think you will too, and I'm gonna tell you why. The majority of AIs that I've tried for learning and practicing Spanish fall flat for two main reasons. Number one, the Spanish accent is just bad or awkward sounding. That's not helping you develop your ear for the language. And number two, if the accent is even decent, the other problem I've encountered is the Spanish doesn't match the accent. You see, each Spanish-speaking country has their own word preferences, colloquialisms, idiomatic expressions. What sounds correct there? So I want the AI to reflect that. For example, if I'm studying European Spanish, I want my AI to be speaking European Spanish. But that's not normally the case. But it is with Langua. Langua has AI tutors, for lack of a better term what they are, from Mexico, Spain, Colombia, and Argentina. And I'm saying they're from there, like they were born there. You know what I'm talking about. The accents and speech patterns are pretty good, and like I said, they're speaking the correct Spanish from that area, all right? Let's go ahead and take a look at Langua. All right, so once we get into our AI here, we have some options. We can do some role play with the AI, which I haven't played with too much, chat about my interests in life, have a debate with the AI, chat about anything. This is the one I always choose. We're gonna do it here in a second. Vocab and games. This is pretty interesting because you can build word lists inside of Langua. I'll talk more about that as we go through this. But you'll have this word list and you're like, all right, I want to study it. Don't want to just do flashcards. I can practice this vocab by blending it into the chat. That's pretty cool. And your last one over here is grammar practice. I like grammar. I think it's a blueprint for a language. That's pretty good. Again, I still like just chatting about anything. So we're going to talk to the AI. There's two of them from Mexico. This is one of them. We'll chat about anything.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo te va hoy? ¿De qué quieres platicar?
The accent's pretty decent. One thing you'll notice right here is the use of the word platicar, which is about as Mexican as gets for to chat. So I'm already liking it. I'm already liking it's matching Mexican Spanish. And then you can just talk about whatever you want. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about here this morning. Let's talk about coffee. Hola, buenos días. Estoy bien. ¿Cómo estás? Acabo de levantarme y me gustaría hablar de los beneficios de tomar café. El café es maravilloso, en mi opinión, y estoy a punto de tomar mi tercera taza de café. ¿Qué opinas?
Buenos días. Estoy bien, gracias. Órale, 3 tazas de café apenas levantándote. Suena como que te gusta mucho. ¿Qué tipo de café prefieres tomar en la mañana?
So there's a couple things I want to talk about here. I'm going to start right here with what I said, and I'm just rambling on the microphone here today. I really should have thought this thing out. But the voice recognition is fantastic. This is exactly what I said. Now, a couple options I have here next to what I said is I can hit this first button here and it'll analyze what I said and see if there's any errors. No errors were detected. Now, a lot of times if I just leave out a word or say something wrong, it'll tell me right there, oh, should have put the definite article in there or something. I like that feature. Next button over here is if you want to find another way to say it, an alternative way. And this was such a long one, I don't know if it's going to have anything for this. Let's see what it comes up with. It did. So it came up with another way to say what I was just talking about. And I like this because there's not just one way to say things in Spanish. And although you said it a certain way, when you read some of the alternatives, you might be like, I don't like it, or maybe I like this aspect of it. I think that's a great way to work on the language. Now right over here is another button, and this one is going to translate the Spanish. So we come down to what he said. Right away I'm seeing Mexican Spanish in here. Órale. That's as Mexican as platicar, you know? So I like it. It's matching, and it's also an appropriate response to what I just said. So we have some options here as well. I can hear it again.
Buenos días. Estoy bien, gracias. Órale. Tres.
Now this particular AI speaks at a pretty reasonable rate, so you may not have to slow it down, but if you need to slow it down, there's a little turtle button here to help you with that.
Buenos días. Estoy bien, gracias. Órale. 3 tazas.
Okay, I'm going to stop that. That's just way too slow for me. I don't recommend using the turtle button when you're trying to work on your ear for language, or even slowing down YouTube videos. Like some people slow me down when I'm speaking Spanish online, or watching movies a little slower. When you're developing an ear for a language, it's like you have this timing belt, you know, in your head. Like you're kind of like tuning a radio. It has to be perfect. Well, you're tuning it to a certain speed the language is usually spoken, a certain rhythm, a cadence. And if you're artificially slowing that down, then you're not tuning your ear to that. So you're working on it and you're still not understanding people and you don't know why. That might be why. So the button's there, just not a fan. And of course right here we have our Translate Everything button, so we can see what he said. See, we're just having a conversation about something as silly as coffee. But what I really like about this program is I can talk about anything. There are no limitations. I can segue into politics. I can segue into finance. I can talk to the AI about, you know, running a YouTube channel. I've tried all these things because I've been playing with this a lot over the last week or so. One other thing I want to point out is if there's a word here and I don't know what it means, like elección, I can click on it and it will give me the definition. Occasionally I'll click on something it doesn't, but it will still, if I choose Translate Sentence, work. And if I want to add that to my word list, I can hit this little plus here, boom, it gets added. So I can build my word list as I'm playing with this AI. I know from my YouTube statistical information that about 13% of my viewers are from Europe. Most of them from Spain, England area, and I assume, you know, you're studying European Spanish. So you're probably interested in that particular AI. There are 2 AIs for that Spanish. So let's just go ahead and talk to Maria here, hear how she sounds. Chat about anything again.
Hola, Paul. ¿Qué tal estás? ¿De qué te apetece hablar hoy?
So a couple things right away. I mean, we're speaking in the informal, which is very common in Spain. And also right in here, apetece. When I talk to Spaniards, this word comes up a lot. It's not something I hear in Latin America. I mean, we know what it means, but it's not something we would throw into that sentence. So that's already starting to match. Let me show you some other aspects of Langua Talk to show you how you can build your vocabulary and your word list. You can come over here to podcasts. Let's click on that. And we have a ton of different podcasts we can listen to help you develop your ear for the language that are going to be better than even listening to the AI. Let's hit one from Colombia here. I'm going to turn this down a little. You'll notice that you can see the words and it's going through each one of them. Now I can click on anything I don't understand. And if I want to add that to my word list, I can hit the little plus, and that's how I keep building my word list. There are a lot of different tools here on Langua Talk to help you with your Spanish. I'm focusing mostly on the AI because I'm super impressed with the AI. So why even use AI? I might as well just go ahead and approach that. Why even use it? Well, if you're learning Spanish on your own and you want to be able to practice the language, it's not always practical, you know, to find someone or find a live tutor. You got to set that up. You know, you're on there for like 30 minutes or so. What if it's 6 a.m., you want to practice for like 10 minutes before you run to the gym? That's where AI comes in. This is perfect for that. You log on, you can practice your Spanish back and forth, work on some constructions, review some word lists, boom, you're out the door. That's what it's great for. Now, if you want a live tutor, which I recommend, you do work those in, Langua Talk has you covered there too. You can book a live tutor through Langua Talk. We got them from all over the world. It's a great site for that. So I think I've broken down the site pretty well. As I said before, I have an affiliate link to Langua Talk in the description section. I'd appreciate if you use that. It just helps me out. It doesn't cost you anything. And remember, if you're getting an annual plan, use the discount code Qroo That's all caps to get 25% off. That's 3 months free. You can't beat 3 months free, guys. Come on, 3 months free. Well, thank you very much for watching the channel, and until next time, hasta luego.